Indeed, what cowards. And get this, these so-called brainiacs didn't even show up to their latest meeting last Wednesday night. They went virtual instead. I guess the sight of those sporting fake Z-cup boobs is too unsettling for the educrats, but it's perfectly fine for kids in class to endure that very same sight. Wow. In any event, you had plenty to say about the Halton District School Board accommodating someone who might be a sexual pervert, yet this same board gives the finger to concerned parents, the taxpayers who actually pay their salaries. Yanni Boy 1 writes, David has balls of steel. Oops, hope I'm not misgendering him, LOL. But seriously, David and the rest of Rebel News show courage every day. God bless you all. Well, thank you so much for those kind words. It doesn't take what of steel. It just takes following the news, investigating, asking those questions. And I think it's telling when the people in charge don't provide answers to what are indeed very fair questions. Alfa Romeo 156 SWGTA writes, homeschool your kids, people. If they don't give in to your demands, show them who is the real boss. Well, Alpha, I'll tell you this much. What's happening at the Halton District School Board these days? That is the best advertising possible for those who support homeschooling. Jason Upson writes, I really hope this is the #1 Halloween costume this year. Jason, Halloween is now every day. Courtney Boudreau writes, cancel that weirdo. Yeah, it's funny. Suddenly, when it comes to someone who might be exhibiting a sexual perversion, the cancel culture adherents are nowhere to be seen. Gee, where are they when you need them? Anna Agenatowitz writes, I think this individual, so-called teacher, is sick, mentally challenged, needs a good psychiatrist. And you're absolutely right. If this is indeed the case, this person needs care and compassion and psychiatric treatment, but evidently just to pose that question, that's an act of transphobia. Wife writes, David Menzies is persistent, and so is the mother speaking out next to him. This is what is needed. We need to speak out loud and not let these cowards off the hook. We know Rebel News tactics succeeded because the rotten school board members walked out. Yeah, and that is so telling, isn't it? That they don't even have the decency to give parents answers to very important questions. Absolutely shameful. And Sean McKnight writes, as usual, Menzies renders Rebel News irrelevant. It's sad because if they had a lead reporter journalist that wasn't such an uber, hyper, polar right-winger, they might be taken more seriously. Most good work and reporting from Rebel News, but Menzies is an absolute sideshow. At time of writing, I got to tell you, there were more than 4,400 comments, folks, posted to our YouTube channel. And I was somewhat astonished to see that almost 100% of those comments were of the thumbs up variety. But as the aforementioned comment by Sean McKnight demonstrates, there's always the statistical anomaly. And Sean, let me tell you something. At least we are investigating. You might not like our methods, but the mainstream media, which is typically all down when it comes to radical transgenderism, they know there's something fishy going on here too, but instead of investigating, they're ignoring this story and hoping it goes away. Guess what, my friend? It ain't going away. Hey folks, that was an excerpt from my show, Rebel Roundup. Now, to get the full meal deal, why not go to Rebel News Plus, sign up, and never miss a Rebel News Plus show in the future.